and welcome back to our NCAA football win total series. 133 teams down, and now it's time for team number 134. We are on to Wisconsin. Man, Wisconsin's just been great. Barry Alvarez showed up in 1990. In 1993, he got him to a Rose Bowl. Since then, Wisconsin has missed two bowl games. They missed one in 1995 when Barry Alvarez went 4-5-2, and again in 2001 when they were 5-7. Since then, they have made a bowl game every year, including under Brett Bielema, Gary Anderson, Paul Chryst, Jim Leonhard part of that year, and then finally last year, Luke Fickell showed up. And it started out pretty dang good. They beat Buffalo, but then they lose at Washington State. Then they beat Georgia Southern at Purdue and beat Rutgers. They would lose to Iowa, win against Illinois on the road, but then three straight losses. Ohio State, at Indiana, and then against Northwestern. It would take overtime to beat Nebraska, and then they beat Minnesota on the road. That would put them in the ReliaQuest Bowl. 35-31 loss to LSU. And Luke Fickell's first season ends up being a 7-6 year for Wisconsin. Obviously looking to improve on that, and one of the big areas of improvement should be quarterback. They bring in Tyler Van Dyke to run the show at quarterback this year. He comes in from Miami. He's got to be better than Tanner Mordecai overall. He just wasn't efficient. They do lose Shamari Dike, the top wide receiver, but Will Pauling's back. He had 74 catches and 6 scores last year. Bryson Green also going to be a big playmaker. They hope to incorporate some of their tight ends more. They didn't do that last year. Running game should still be strong. Braylon Allen's gone, but Chez Mellusi should be back after suffering a knee injury last year. They've got a good offensive line. Jake Renfro is a great center, but it should be a solid line like normal for Wisconsin. The defense was okay last year. It wasn't great, but also wasn't bad. They landed William & Mary's John Pius for an outside linebacker spot. He should be a good pass rusher. They also have Jake Chaney on the inside, who's going to be your main tackling machine. Hunter Wohler is just a fantastic safety. They also have corner Ricardo Hallman. He had 7 picks last year. Up front, they've got some size. They've got good rotation. Basically, as long as they can get a little bit of pressure on that quarterback, this defense should be solid this year. When we look at the schedule for Wisconsin, there are definitely some winnable games, and it's fairly manageable. It opens up August 31st. They play Western Michigan at home. That will be a win. September 7th, they get South Dakota at home. That will be a win. And September 14th, they host Alabama. Eileen lost in that one. September 21st is their first bye. September 28th, they hit the road for their first time. They head to the newest Big Ten team, USC. I don't think they're going to get that one on the road, but they come home October 5th against Purdue. I think that's a win. October 12th, they have Rutgers on the road. Eileen win in that one. October 19th is at Northwestern. Eileen win in that one. October 26th, Penn State comes to town. I don't think they get that. Eileen lost there. November 2nd, at Iowa. As long as Van Dyke is serviceable pretty much, they should get a win there. November 9th is their second bye. November 16th, Oregon comes to town. They're not going to win that one. November 23rd, they're at Nebraska. I think it's a major toss-up this year. Eileen lost being on the road. And then November 30th is Minnesota. I think that gets them their 7th win of the year. The over-under set at 6.5 wins. I have this team at 7-5, and I think 8's more likely than 6. So we're going to take the over 6.5. It's sitting at -140 on Bet365. We also need to drop some conference championship picks, and really, there's just 2 teams here in the Big Ten that are just better than everyone else. Number 1 is Ohio State. Ohio State might be one of the best teams in the country. We're going to take them at +155 on DraftKings. And the other major player is Oregon. Oregon sitting at +200 on DraftKings, and those are going to be our conference title picks. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back with some Week 1 picks next time.